I'm Fiona Raverty. I'm Dylan Raverty's mum, and he's going into the first unit in Barry Street. It's great that it's happening in a town, in Dylan's hometown. So he's been growing up in this town, that's all he knows. He doesn't have to move from this town to live as independent life as he possibly can, and making it a home rather than a house. He'll be in a house that will suit his needs. So the Barry Street units are the robust SDA level, and Dylan, lovely guy, but a bit rough around the edges and likes to test like the boundaries of everything. So the construction of the units are at that higher level, so it's not damaging himself or the building. One of the key things that we were looking at when we were looking at what form of housing to put for Dylan to move into once he leaves home was to make sure that it's very home-based and home-focused. Rather than being a workplace, it's his home. I think both of us are probably most excited about him really growing into his independence, because he's been staying at people's houses for respite on the weekends and being part of their families and everything, and he's thriving. Like, he's getting involved in the cooking, he's doing more of the household chores and all that sort of stuff, which anyone does when they move out of home. And he's growing as himself and becoming more confident in himself, which in turn reduces his behaviours, which is one of the key issues that he has. He's grown up here, he spent all his life here, this is what he knows the people, he's got a better social life than I have. You know, he goes to the post office, everyone knows his name and knows he can walk down the street with his carer, and it would be traumatic, I think, for him to move anywhere else just so he could live independently. I mean, we're very lucky to live in this town that has all these services, and it's community living and respite and what they have to offer on all varying degrees, you know, through from their support coordination to the housing to the in-home supports and everything. It covers all bases. But it's not just community living and respite that are really well serviced in this area. There are other organisations and individuals that form a wonderful community that support all people with any sort of disabilities. Just a really big thank you to everyone that's supported Community Living and Respite and the Opening Doors project, from the sponsors to the community, to people buying raffle tickets, for the builders, for the people organising the actual Barry Street project. It's been great, and none of it could happen, and Dylan couldn't live such an independent life if no one was able to help.